When we talk of the freedom struggle or the freedom of India, the first name that comes to our mind is that of Mahatma Gandhi, whom we also call the father of the nation. The freedom struggle of India was a very long one, of which many well-known personalities had been a part of. A few of those personalities are Subhash Chandra Bose, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipin Chandra Pal, Rabindranath Tagore, Bhagat Singh, etc. Among these leaders, it was B.R. Ambedkar who is also known as Baba Sahib. When our society was bound to the strict laws of casteism, B.R. Ambedkar fought for the rights of his groups called untouchables. After finishing his studies in 1920, B.R. Ambedkar started a weekly Marathi newspaper. The newspaper, named Mook Nayak, became the voice of suppressed people. In the coming times, B.R. Ambedkar would go on to join many assemblies and fight for the rights of lower castes. In 1924, Ambedkar founded the Baheshput Putkarni Assembly, whose aim was education and the betterment of suppressed people. His efforts for the betterment of lower castes never seemed to end. In 1925, he started hostels for untouchable children. Ambedkar also fought for the right of untouchable people to go to temples and other religious areas. After the Montague-Chelmsford reforms, the British government in 1928 sent the Simon Commission for overseeing the political improvements of India. It was B.R. Ambedkar who joined the Bombay Presidency Ayog. In 1930, to make the entering of Dalits in temples acceptable, Ambedkar started a satyagraha. He, along with his followers, entered a temple and started protesting. Between 1930 and 1932, he hosted round-table conferences on untouchability. In 1932, Gandhiji started a food strike till death. Ambedkar went to talk to him, and the conversation between the two is also known as the Pune Act. With this, the food strike of Gandhiji came to an end, and the Dalit community also got the right to vote in the state elections. In 1935, Ambedkar hosted the Historical Formation Assembly. In this assembly, he told his followers to leave Hinduism and embrace some other religion. In the same year, he was called out to host the assembly in Lahore. Ambedkar prepared his speech on abolishing casteism. Upon the dismissal of the assembly, he published a book on this speech, whose name was The Destruction of Castes. Ambedkar continuously worked for the betterment of the situation of the untouchables, and to forward this move, in 1936 he started a subordinate party in the Bombay Vidhan Sabha, which had the name Swatantra Labour Party. In the election, this party secured 17 seats in the Bombay Vidhan Sabha, and B.R. Ambedkar was elected a member of the Sabha. In the 1938, when the INC proposed a bill which wanted the untouchables to be called as Harijans, then Ambedkar stood against it. He said that by merely changing the name of the group of people won't change the situation that they are in. But when the ruling party won over him by a large margin, Ambedkar and his followers staged a walkout and started the Shramik March, and said that Ambedkar's bill be accepted in the Khoti system. The same year, Ambedkar represented many assemblies in the Bombay industry. He also successfully repelled the Industrial Disputes Bill, which had tried to snatch the rights of protest from the workers. He said that if Swaraj is our birthright, then the right to protest is also a birthright to the workers. After this, he also founded the Building Trust and the Scheduled Caste Trust. To protect the rights of Dalits and to improve them, Ambedkar went to London to appeal to the British for help. In his first speech in the Constituent Assembly, he promised to make a joint and a very strong India. After the independence of India, Ambedkar was elected a member of the Constituent Assembly by the Bengal Legislature Congress Party. He became the first Law Minister of independent India, and then he was also chosen for the drafting committee. And on the 29th of August 1947, he was finally elected the leader of the committee. In October 1948, he had also presented the first draft, and then in 1949, the Constituent Assembly accepted Article 17, which then got into effect from the 26th of January 1950. Most of the personalities of the national struggle gave very important contributions to the struggle or to the society. They brought such changes which are mostly unknown or are rarely ever spoken about. Today, we saw about a leader who had big dreams and gave even bigger contributions to the society. Thank you.